Hi, this is Diana Williford, and I'm here to talk to you about the administrative activities of the life safety standards. First one is LS010101. The hospital designs and manages the physical environment to comply with the life safety code. With the life safety code is an effective way to identify and minimize risks.
What is that? I think you're talking about this next clip. What is that?
Continually assesses the compliance of the building and make sure it is up to code. The managers are continually monitoring, they're continually assessing the building, making sure that the inspections are being done, the codes are up to date. If you've got new construction, the hospital maintains current and accurate drawings denoting features of the fire sprinkler safety related to the square footage. Now, if part of the building is, and part of the building is, they have to have a complete drawing of which is sprinklered and which is not sprinklered. This is the interim life safety measure. The policy covers situations when life safety code deficiencies cannot be immediately corrected. This is basically during construction. When you've got construction going on, not everything is going to be corrected on this. So that they have to have plans set in place for when you have construction. You need to post signs identifying, alternate exit areas. You need to inspect the exits that are affected daily to make sure that there's no issues, there's no hazardous areas that are going to be overly dangerous, I guess. Provide temporary equivalent fire alarm and detection systems when the fire system is impaired. Temporary construction partitions that are going to be smoke tight, so that that are not combustible, so that you can. The buildings are partitioned off to where you've got smoke tight areas, so you can move the patients from one area to another, because not everybody can be evacuated, because some patients are not able to move on their own. They can't be evacuated on their own. Some can't leave. So you have to, the way the buildings are set up, that you have to make sure they are able to move from one partition of the building to another and still be able to be protected from fire and smoke. You have to make sure that the housekeeping and enforce the storage areas are free of debris practices. The building's flammable and combustible fire load is not compromised. Conduct additional fire drills per shift, so each shift knows what to do during a fire. Inspect and test temporary systems monthly. The hospital conducts education and promotes awareness of the building deficiencies so that everybody on each shift knows what to do until that construction is done. And that's basically what the interim life safety is all about. Everybody needs to know on each shift what they need to do until all this construction is complete.
Healthcare occupancy, general building requirements. This is just basically going over what any basic hospital or any building in general would need to have, which is like the structure, automatic sprinkler systems, building separations and doors, so they can maintain and minimize the effects of fire, smoke, and heat. The second one would be means of egress requirements. So this is basically just going over how patients in the hospital can't leave on their own, that they need help to escape like the fires and stuff and get out of the building safely. Protection. So this is any protection from like the fires or the smoke that there is. The hospital provides and maintains building features to protect individuals from the hazards of fire and smoke. So again, this is just kind of going over like the eagers of trying to get out, because a lot of people cannot get out of their rooms by themselves. Either they're connected to the machines, they're having trouble walking. As far as the fire alarms, the hospitals, like, they have to have them. They provide them and maintain all of their fire alarm systems. So it's installed, and it just helps with letting them know if there's fires. It helps with letting the fire department know about any fires going on. That way they can have enough time and everything to take out all the patients that they have in the room. Lastly, will be extinguishment. So it's the fire extinguishers basically that they're all supposed to have in the hospitals, in the rooms, in case of the fire. That way they can have easy access to try to stop the fire a little bit to get out. The sprinkler systems will come on and try to minimize the fire as well.
Standard LS 030140. The hospital provides and maintains special features to protect individuals from the hazard of fire and smoke. This will include windowless buildings or portion of windowless buildings. The high-rise buildings, they must have an approved automatic sprinkler. The automatic sprinkler system must meet the requirements of NFPA. And the hospital must meet all other requirements of the Life Safety Code. Standard LS 030150. The hospital provides and maintains building services to protect individuals from hazards of fire and smoke. The equipment of gas-related piping has to comply with the National Fuel Gas Code and NFPA. There must not be any threatening hazards around the gas piping. Heating, ventilation, air conditioning must comply with code. Any heating device other than a central heating plant is installed correctly. If there's a fuel fired, the heating device must be a chimney or a vent connected, takes air for combustion from outside, or the combustion system is separated from an occupancy atmosphere. A suspended unit heater is permitted, but it must not be in means of egress or in patient rooms. Located high enough to be out of reach of people, it has a safety feature to stop fuel and shut down equipment if it experiences excessive temperature or ignition failure. Elevators. New elevators must be equipped with a firefighter service key recall, a firefighter service emergency in-car key operation, a machine room smoke detector, and an elevator lobby smoke detectors. Elevators that are not new must meet those requirements when they travel a distance of 25 feet or more above or below in the building. Any hospital does not allow unvented fuel-fired heaters. When it comes to chutes, like the housekeeping chutes, all wall partitions and inlet openings must meet requirements of code. Door chutes open to a room designed exclusively for accessing that chute. That's what happened in the Hartford fire that you just saw images of. The hospital provides and maintains operating features that conform to a fire and smoke prevention requirements. And this is where smoking is permitted. Ashtrays are designed and put in a safe area. Metal containers with self-closing cover devices must be used. Smoking is prohibited in any room in the hospitals or any ward where flammable liquids or gases or oxygen is used to be stored. Draperies and curtains and loosely hanging fabric must comply with code. The only exemption to that is shower and bath curtains and also window coverings and patient sleeping rooms. In buildings without a sprinkler protection, upholstery furniture purchased on or after July 5th, 2016 must meet Class 1 or char length and heat release criteria in accordance with the NFPA. Mattresses purchased on or after July 5th, 2016 must meet accordance. The hospital must prohibit all combustible decorations. Non-sleeping rooms occupied by staff and employee areas separated from the corridor are permitted to have a portable space heater that contains heating elements not exceeding 21 degrees Fahrenheit. And then, of course, the hospital must meet all life and safety codes.